I'm Cian Carney. I'm one of the lecturers on the educational psychology course here at Manchester Met. So for me, I'm really passionate about working with children in care because I think they're a real vulnerable population in our community, and I think we see how there are so many children in care who are not thriving at the moment, who are kind of being left behind by the system, or falling through the gaps. So who is kind of recognizing that things aren't great in the home environment, who's recognizing that vulnerable children are exposed or are at risk of abuse, neglect, or any other category that we consider. So I really like working with that population as a practitioner. I also like doing research with the population because I think the best way of finding out what works is by working with people who've been through the care system and saying, what went well for you, what didn't go so well for you, and what could we improve upon. So I think that's something that's of personal interest to me. That's something I try to reflect in my teaching and in my lecturing. I think when I was studying my undergrad, I really thought I wanted to do, like I think many people who study psychology, I wanted to do clin psych, and that was where I thought, oh, this is my interest and my passion. And then I went to work in America for a year as an assistant psychologist, kind of a direct care professional was the terminology, an assistant clinical psychologist. And I realized there that it just wasn't for me. I really liked working with children and young people, but I didn't like the kind of what I saw as being the medicalized aspect of it. I found my master's at Cambridge in education and psychology, and that seemed to really tick a lot of the boxes I was looking for, working with similar population, but again, a very different way of working, focusing on kind of what changes can we make in someone's life in education to help them kind of live their best life. And one of the interesting roles I think I had was working with children who had life-limiting illnesses, so seeing the positive impact you can have on a situation where we change what we see as being a positive outcome. It's now about having the best time for as long as we can, where everyone's healthy and happy. And also, I think for me, was realizing that my role isn't just about working with a young person, but working with their family to support them through a situation like that. I think it's really worthwhile thinking that both the Ed Psych course we have here and the psychology course we have here, both of them are BPS accredited. So when you finish both courses, you have similar options. So for me, when you're thinking, or when someone's thinking, well, which course should they do, it's really about what population do they think they ultimately might want to work with. If it's, you know, children and young people up to 25, then maybe the Ed Psych route or a course might be a good way to start them on that journey. Or I think, if you're someone who wants to go into teaching. So I know a lot of our students want to become like SEN teachers. They want to work in alternate provisions, or they're really interested in working directly with students who need some additional support or who have a difficulty or some issue in education. So I think in the next 10 years, I think the educational psychology profession is going to become more and more relevant to meeting the social, emotional well-being and educational needs of young people.